If that thing hadn't have broke, wedged against that tree, and had come on down, it just smacked right into the golf cart. Are y'all tired of seeing me cutting trees down yet? Because we're gonna be cutting trees down again today. And on top of that, I'm trying to make hay this week too, so it's too wet to mow hay. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. So I said, while I'm waiting for the dew to dry, hopefully the dew dry. Yes, it's a double positive. We're gonna cut some trees down. We're definitely gonna cut this one. My arm angle doesn't change, but if I change the angle of the camera, that's physics 101. Geometry physics, geophysics, that tree. If I change the camera, you may think I'm pointing to some other tree, but I'm pointing to this tree right here. Yes, this tree. We're gonna cut that tree and a bunch of other trees right here in the cut patch. In the patch, we'll call it the patch. And then I've got some other bigger trees that are also in the easement that are gonna have to get cut down anyway, and I wanna start select cutting the biggest and the best. Just like me, I want the best and the biggest and the bestest. I have not reviewed the footage, but it actually fell not on the top notch, but the bottom notch. Broke off that chunk. My bottom notch is too deep, and I made my front notch a lot shallower. I made this bottom notch too deep, so when I started a back cut, that's when it set back on me. I learned from watching a channel called Goodfellas. He's a pretty knowledgeable logger that in the past, that's what I was doing. I was making my notches too big, and I was getting a lot of setback where it was setting back on my blade. That's what happened here. Because it had basically set back. I was only maybe 2 bar widths in before it set back on me, and it wasn't really leaning that way. It's a pretty straight tree, but not pretty equal limbs on each side. But it just set back almost instantly before I could even get that first wedge in there. So, but luckily the old Husqvarna came and bailed us out like it has in the past. So we'll try to learn from here. This is my first tree I've cut in probably a month, and so we're gonna get back in it though. We'll do better next time. fall to the right. It's actually got a decent lean to the left, and a lot of limbs on the left-hand side. I may try to drop it kind of northwest instead of due north. That way it's north. I thought for sure you guys were dead. This thing was coming right for you. Let's get out of the line of fire. Gather our things. Move to a little bit safer location. Remember when I said we'd do better next time? Well, we didn't. It's your fault. It's nothing I did wrong. Anyway. So on this one, my back cut is at a downward angle, and I basically cut right into my notch. It left no hinge, so it was kind of free just to fall wherever it wanted to. And I didn't have a good wedge on that far side. And even then, when I was cutting it, it was leaning way south. And I was like, well, I already got these wedges in. It ain't gonna go south, so it fell due east. So I wanted to go north or southwest, and it went east, which is an accomplishment. It's an accomplishment, it really, really is. So it's leaning against that tree. We're gonna leave that there. There's not much holding it. It could slide backwards here at any moment and kill us. So, but I want to do that tree right there, so we're going to do that tree. I had you guys on the tripod right under that tree, and I thought I was going to take out this is my phone. I film with an iPhone. It's the one I use every day. So I was like, well, looks like I'm about to upgrade, but the Lord blessed us with only a minor hazard. So this one's leaning west. I'm going to try to drop it west. I can drop it north, east, or west. I just don't want to drop them south because I'm coming with my tractor from the south, and I'm dragging them south out of here. And I don't want to have to fight the tops, the brush and stuff. So as you can see, there's one there I've dropped to the south. That's out of the easement. So, I'm not trying to really go in there right now and cut trees. I got tons and tons of trees that are in the easement that are in good shape I need to cut. This being one of them. So we're gonna try to drop that one south. Sorry, west. So I was going to cut this one. It's not huge, it's pretty kind of small, but I didn't want this tree behind me while I'm cutting. So I'm actually going to cut this one. See if I can lay it right across the top of that one and knock this one out. I'm going to try to set you guys up where you have a bird's eye view. Not a bird's eye, I decided to change the view because if it hits and it doesn't knock this tree down and it slides down this tree, it's going to come right across where I had you set up. Maybe destroy my phone. We've already avoided that once today. We're going to try to avoid it again. Did you guys get all that? Again, I'm having problems. I'm sure it's user error. That blade is sharp, good and sharp. With cutting at an angle down on my back cut, I'm going down on this one. And even though it fell where I wanted it to, it broke that tree, which is fine. Excuse me, when this thing hit, when it fell and landed across that tree, the butt end, kicked up in the air about 10 foot. If you'd have been standing here, it'd have knocked your teeth out. So we got that tree down, which is fine. It broke right there, which is also fine. It's no big deal. It's better than having your neck broke by a Widowmaker. So we'll just cut it right there, and that'll be our length we drag out. This is a good tree. So I got 5 good trees down on the ground. I may try to cut one more. I want to be able to mill as much as possible. So let me see what time it is. All right, this is the last one you saw me cut that knocked out that Widowmaker. Went ahead and cut these 2 down. I want to cut this one. It's a pretty nice tree, but it's leaning pretty far west. And I don't think I can drop it north. I think I would have to drop it west, and I don't want to drop another tree across these ones I just cut down. So we're gonna call that a day. I got 6 or 7 logs down.